Okay. Shall we begin?
I'm
Sure.
ready for it. Who's recording
Okay,
this one?
wait, I'm gonna run the command.
Now recording.
Ooh.
Whoa.
Kind of spooky.
I
That
can't
was
actually
pretty
see you. I just
spooky.
want to talk to you. I wanted to listen.
Yeah, that's fine.
Okay.
The truest Abed. Nice.
Ready?
All right, let's get it going.
All right.
Do it.
Fade in. Interior study room. Day. Jeff, Annie, Britta, Shirley, Troy, and Abed enter wearing ceremonial laser lotus robes and hats. The mood. Obligatory post-funeral respectfulness. Troy puts a blue lava lamp, Pierce's energon pod, at Pierce's older spot.
Well, that was a weird afternoon.
I guess Okay, sorry, I don't have the script pulled up, so I needed to.
Uh-oh.
God, I'm really sorry. Okay. I guess I knew Pierce was part of a weird futuristic cult, but I wasn't prepared for a funeral with so much beeping.
Let's not judge. Everyone has the right to whatever fake religion they delusionally choose.
Abed, you were by the coffin for a long time. Are you okay?
I'm okay. Although
Troy and Abed are in mourning.
Please stop doing that.
I couldn't believe you did it during your eulogy. So uncomfortable.
I don't think the audience got that we were singing "Morning" with you.
You were singing Morning with the You? Oh no.
I still don't fully understand the laser lotus theology. So Pierce's body was in the coffin and we buried it, but this energon pod contains his life vapor?
Yeah, it's all right here in this incredibly persuasive literature they passed out. Once you reach level 16, you can see the color blurple.
Of all the ridiculous cartoon nonsense, if there's a color blurple, the Lord keeps it hidden for a reason.
What up, N-Bombs? How was the funeral? Awesome.
No, Chang. Our friend's funeral was not awesome. It was deeply sad. You know, funeral style.
Excuse me, I thought you guys hated Pierce.
What?
No,
Really?
we love Pierce.
Gave me no scotch. No.
You sure you're not just doing the respect the dead jigleg?
I think you have us mistaken for you, Chang.
I don't know. I definitely remember you complaining about him. A lot.
We complained about him when he was alive. This is different.
I can't believe we're never going to see him again.
Just a reminder, you have to live life to the fullest. By the time Pierce was my age, he had already been fired by 15 jobs. I've only seen 2 police academies. The last 2.
Well, he's gone too soon, but won't soon be forgotten.
I would say you're quite correct, Mr. Winger.
Standing in the doorway is a severe-looking, emotionless man holding a briefcase. This is Mr. Stone.
Who the hell are you?
My name is Mr. Stone.
That's easy for you to say, and for us to say.
I work for Mr. Hawthorne. He specified in his will that no matter how natural in appearance the circumstances of his death, a private inquest should be conducted to determine whether any of his former study group murdered him.
Polygraph reader, Maura, and her assistant wheel in a large polygraph machine.
To be cleared, you must all submit to a polygraph test.
Ah, Schnizzle, you guys are in trouble. Later.
Mr. Chang, I presume? You've also been listed as a suspect and requested to participate.
Fine, but I asked the questions.
I'm afraid I can't allow that.
All right, then just the fine part.
Suddenly, there's a hiss of escaping air. Angle on Troy, who has been toying with the energon pod. Life vapor is leaking out of the lava lamp at high velocity.
Oh, we're losing Pierce. Everyone, quickly.
Troy starts intentionally inhaling vapor.
Oh,
Someone get a balloon.
Give me some rope, tie me to dream, give me hope, run out of steam. What he said.
We could
Be
Fade away.
Dun, dun.
Amazing.
Beautiful.
Act
That was
1,
beautiful.
fade in, interior study room, moments later. Mora and her assistant hook Chang and the gang up to machine with Velcro wrist cuff sensors.
I've always wanted to try a polygraph. They're like the pie fight of cop movies.
Or the acupuncture of the legal system.
I can't believe Pierce would think we might actually murder him.
Yeah, what a waste of murder. He was like 79?
I don't suppose anyone wants to know I consider this a violation.
Mm-mm.
Come on, it's just Pierce being Pierce. It's his final wish.
If I had a final wish, I'd use it to stay alive.
Let's do it. How do we begin?
We're going to start with Miss Perry. Please state your name.
Britta Perry.
Have you ever had thoughts of violence towards Pierce Hawthorne?
No.
Lie.
I mean, I may have wanted to slap him now and again, but I didn't kill him.
In all of your sexual fantasies about Pierce Hawthorne, none of them involved his murder?
What? No.
But you have had sexual fantasies about Mr. Hawthorne.
No! What kind of question is that?
I'm asking questions. Just as Mr. Hawthorne wrote them down. I assure you, Mr. Winger, state your name.
Jeffrey Winger.
Are you gay?
No.
Are you sure that you're not gay?
Yes.
Gay murderer says what?
Gay murderer says what?
Oh. What? Did you guys
He's
hear that?
telling the truth.
I've been instructed to point out that this means you're gay. Miss Bennett, please state your name.
Shirley Bennett.
Are you a dishonest person?
No.
She thinks that's true.
You could have just said no. I'm watching you acting scientific by adding your 2 cents to everything, huh? Continue.
Is it true that you're a platinum level donor with the pro-life organization parentalpatriots.org?
What?
Keep it cool, girls.
It's my money. It's my choice.
Yeah, well, if I wanted the government in my uterus, I'd fill it with oil and Hispanic voters.
Annie makes a disgusted face.
Keep it frosty, ladies. Don't let your goats get got.
Mr. Barnes, state your name.
Troy Barnes. Oh, I meant to say Butts Carlton.
He did mean to say Butts Carlton.
She said it.
Mr. Barnes, did you get angry when Mr. Hawthorne told you that Fat Albert had died of diabetes?
Yes, like any American would.
Angry enough to murder him?
No.
Is it true that you and Abed Nadir have an elaborate doomsday escape plan to be used in the event of a zombie attack?
We may have a designated rendezvous point and a couple of bug-out bags filled with gold coins and condoms just in case we need to bargain our way onto a boat.
Everyone looks confused.
The gold coins are for buying food.
Does your doomsday plan account for the welfare of any of your other friends?
Britta raises her eyebrows at Troy.
Pest?
Answer the question.
No.
Troy, rude.
It's a doomsday plan, not a picnic plan. Do you really want to witness the horrors we might have to endure just to get on a boat?
I guess not.
That's a lie.
He's doing it again. Pierce is doing it again.
Mr. Chang, state your name.
Benjamin Franklin Chang, ready to deal out the truth. Nothing to hide. Let's do this.
Have you ever masturbated in the study room?
Without a word, Chang unhooks himself from the machine and walks right out of the room. The others are horrified.
Mr. Nadir, state your name.
Abed Nadir.
Have you ever 9/11'd anyone?
Nope.
When you were a child, did you ever kill a squirrel with a slingshot and were surprised when you felt nothing and wondered if you were capable of doing it to a human?
Pause. Everyone fearfully leans in, anticipating his answer.
Nope.
Mora nods. Everyone exhales.
Do you and Troy still actively use Jeff's Netflix account without his permission?
Wait, what?
You told Pierce that?
You logged in at our place and never logged out, so we use it.
Wait, is that why my review of the Grey is constantly changing?
Yeah, stop giving it 4 stars.
I like Liam Neeson.
And send him a message about the roles he chooses.
Look, this is not the issue. You're stealing from me.
And as your roommate, you're making me an accomplice. I had no idea.
Lie.
Why did I even try that?
State your name, please, miss.
Annie Edison.
Miss Edison, did you use your exceptional intelligence and organizational skills to plot the foolproof murder of Pierce Hawthorne?
Aw. And no.
Is it true that you overcharged Troy and Abed for their share of the rent?
Troy and Abed exchange a look.
Pierce.
Annie?
Yes, but for a good reason. You guys know you're bad with money. I padded your share of the rent by $10, and I've been putting it into a savings account that yields 4%. You'll be thanking me in 6 years when you find out you have $86. That's jacket money.
Oh, did you hear that, Abed? We've been washing paper plates and making our own toothpaste, but don't you worry. By the time we have robot bodies on the moon, we can share a free jacket.
Annie, you should know better than to hoard money. That's a stereotype.
Was that anti-Semitism?
No, that's sensitivity. It's anti-Semitic to do things like that when you know full well you're Jewish.
Whoa.
We could have bought a tire for our tire swing with that money.
Or your own Netflix account.
Oh, as if you were
Brady,
ever going to get
come
that
on.
higher.
Don't make
Liam
me
Neeson,
change your
not that
password
great.
again.
You stole my Netflix
It's
account.
I'll
fantastic
change your
roles.
password again.
All right,
The entire group stares at him.
let's begin.
Wait. What do you mean, begin?
That completes the calibration round of questioning. We're ready to begin the formal inquest.
I think we're ready to end this. We've hammered this long enough.
Jeff, it's for Pierce.
Look, respect for the dead is only a thing because the dead usually don't do any more damage.
The rest of the group murmurs in agreement and starts detaching their cuffs.
You can quit anytime you like, but it should be noted Mr. Hawthorne's estate is worth over $20 million, and only those cleared of his murder can receive their bequeathments.
The group stops. They look at each other.
I'm only going to say this once. Clearly, Pierce is trying to lure us into a labyrinth of emotional manipulation and strategic instigation. And I think we're all smart enough to know we should quit while we're not ahead.
Yes,
Yeah.
definitely.
I do think we
Absolutely.
should
Okay.
quit while we're ahead.
They're all lying.
We all know that, you judgmental bitch.
End of Act 1. Act 2. Fade in. Interior study room. Moments later. Mr. Stone begins the official deposition.
Miss Perry, have you ever eaten at the sandwich shop started by Miss Bennett and Mr. Hawthorne?
Yes.
And what sandwich would you order from Shirley Sandwiches?
The only one I can. The Helen of soy with no mayo.
Helen of soy.
Are you aware that in order to save money, Shirley stopped using real tofu and replaced it with a Midwestern tofu substitute called meat foo?
Oh my god! Oh!
It's still not actually meat, legally.
You have never respected anything that I hold sacred.
I'm sorry.
Shirley, did you know Britta was high on marijuana at your son's baptism?
I'm sorry?
Well, no higher than usual.
Not true.
You did drugs in my church?
No, I did drugs in the parking lot of your church. How else do you expect somebody to sit through something like that? At least with a bris, there's an element of suspense.
Well, next time I'll have Cheech and Chong do the warm-up.
Guys, these questions are obviously designed to turn us against each other. We want to beat Pierce at his own game. We have to own up to our mistakes and forgive each other.
Mr. Winger, is it true that you keep trophies of your sexual conquests?
Oh, in the church, Britta? For shame. It's where Jesus gets his mail.
Answer the question, Adrian Grody.
Okay, I know what Pierce is referring to. I have a box of forgotten items in my apartment, and I happen to be a single male. Visitors leave things.
Is it true that one of your trophies is a pair of Miss Perry's panties?
You told me a hawk stole them! You exploited me and made me believe in a slightly more messy world.
If you want to collect women's underwear, can't you just buy them?
They have to be won in battle.
Priest.
Look, I think we can all agree that the gross thing here is that Pierce is snooping through my stuff.
Not really. Abed and I go through your stuff all the time. Why do you keep bread in the freezer?
Why does your bathroom mirror say you're special when you fog it up?
Look, I don't have to answer these. Wait, you took a shower?
Mr. Barnes.
Okay, I did it. Okay, I killed Pierce.
Lie.
Okay, good. I was just making sure.
Mr. Barnes, you and Abed and Veer have a specialized exclusive handshake that you refuse to do with your other friends?
Absolutely.
Mr. Barnes, did you invent that handshake?
Yes?
Lie. Abed looks at Troy. Troy looks at Abed, terrified.
Mr. Barnes, are you a subscriber to the video blog Fun for Friends?
No.
Lie.
Silent switch!
Abed is already on his phone typing something in. He's watching a video featuring a guy, Kevin, standing next to Kyle, another guy, in a garage.
Hi, I'm Kevin, and this is Kyle, and here's a fun handshake you can do with your best friend. All right, thanks for watching, guys. Don't forget to rate us, comment, and subscribe.
Can't look at you right now.
You should know I'm crying.
I forgive you, but only to escape the established pattern of self-righteous indignation, followed by immediate comeuppance.
Mr. Nadir?
Okay, I guess it's happening anyway. You broke my heart. Continue.
Is it true that you have planted geo-tracking devices on everyone in the group, and so you know where they are at all times?
Yes.
Full stop. The group is shocked. They openly gape at Abed.
Okay. You guys are changing your faces. Are you mad at me or hungry?
You're tracking us? We're mad at you, Abed.
Why?
Because we already live in a totalitarian surveillance state. Do you not read my status updates?
But I'm not the government. I'm your friend.
That's what governments say, Nimrod.
It's cool. When one of you gets kidnapped, you'll be glad you don't have to count the bumps on the highway from the trunk of a car.
Are these blinking dots us? What's this one way off to the side?
That's where Pierce is buried.
There's a
Is
moment of
that-
shocked silence.
Is that why you were spending so much time by the coffin?
I was trying to get it back. They're expensive, and he's not moving anymore.
Abed, where did you plan these things?
If it makes you feel any better, you'll never find them.
I know you know it's wrong to do that without telling us. Shame on you!
Okay, I'm ashamed. Lie.
Lie.
Miss Edison, is it true that you once secretly dosed the members of your study group with a pharmaceutical amphetamine?
Everyone's eyes are on Annie. She adjusts her hair. The group stares, waiting for her answer.
Oh, yes, kind of.
What?
It sounds worse on paper than it was. We were cramming for the anthro final. Everyone was falling asleep. I put 5 milligrams of somethings in your coffee, and we all got an A. Done.
I'm a bad person for tracking your location, but did you alter my brain chemistry? I was there for 3 days that week. I invented an entire language, you Flitzbarp Gitzgorg.
I'm sorry.
You mess with my brain. That's a big deal. This is a big deal. I don't mess with your brain, Annie.
You kinda do.
I don't think I do.
What about her Facebook boyfriend?
What?
Shh, that's different.
You made a profile for a fake dude and lured her into an online relationship. He's catfishing you.
Your Olympic pole vaulting hopeful Brent Underjaw?
I noticed when you were in a relationship, you hummed a lot and made pancakes in the morning. It wasn't about hurting you. I did what I did in the name of breakfast.
I bore my soul to you. I told you about my holding at hands at Disneyland fantasy. Do you care about people at all, Abed? Answer on the polygraph.
Everyone looks at Abed. He makes a decision.
Jeff made me apply for handicap parking so he could get better space.
Britta's the one that invited Garrett to Andy's birthday party.
Troy won't sit on a toilet seat after Jeff.
When we're alone, Shirley refers to you guys as those people.
Oh, when Annie's with other females, dude, she calls Jeff her uncle.
Surely all thinks we're going to hell.
You are going to hell. It's God who thinks that.
Oh, what?
Oh,
We're
sure.
not necessarily
Come
going
on.
to
Yeah,
hell.
but
Are you
bubble bath,
kidding
walk
me?
around your
It is
apartment
hell. I'm a
naked
Jehovah's
every
Witness.
time.
Okay, guys,
Not like-
stop. We have to stop letting Pierce do this to us.
Mr. Hawthorne hasn't asked a question in quite some time, Mr. Winger.
This sinks in with the group.
He's right. I actually forgot for a second that Pierce was dead.
Maybe that's what he wanted.
Or maybe he wanted us to know we're no better off without him.
Or no better than him.
He kind of nailed it, didn't he?
Suddenly, Chang re-enters.
I didn't just masturbate in the study room. I masturbated everywhere. Everywhere!
The group stares at Chang.
Huh. Confession is good for the soul. You guys should try it sometime.
He exits again. End of Act 2. Act 3. Fade in, interior, study room, moments later. The group sits unhappily around the room, hands still in their cuffs, unsure of what to do.
There's another round of questions if you like to continue.
Give us a moment to sit on our own filth before you heap another bucket on us.
It's strange, after all these years, how much we've kept hidden from each other. You'd think by now we would have learned how to be better people.
I think we got into this mess by thinking there was such a thing as better people. Wait, that's it. If we're no better than Pierce, and Pierce isn't worse than us, then that means nobody's really that bad. So what if we're willing to suffer and inflict pain at the mere prospect of material reward? We stop now, that doesn't make us any better. It just means we're so dishonest. We would rather be poor and admit we're flawed. Pierce admitted he was flawed and he died rich. Let's celebrate his life and death in the honest way, not by saying big nice things around a casket, but by admitting we're monsters and clawing joyfully for some of his cash. So, does anybody have anything left before we continue? Let's empty your tanks of lies once and for all. I'm Jeff Winger, and if I had my choice, I would rather look at myself naked than the woman I sleep with.
I'm the one who hit Jeff's Lexus in the parking lot. It wasn't a taco truck, and it was racist of me to improvise such an ethically specific vehicle.
I only give money to homeless people when I'm walking with someone.
I've never been to Legoland. I just wanted you guys to think I was cool.
I can be a little passive aggressive sometimes. Don't everybody disagree at once. Oh Lord, I did it again.
When any of you chew gum, I want to punch you. You may as well have submachine guns in your mouths. It vibrates my skull.
Okay, everybody clear?
Mhm.
Yeah.
Yeah, I guess so.
All right, Mr. Stone, it is with your grand finale. May it be as brutal as we deserve.
Very well. Mr. Hawthorne's final round of questions. Britta Perry.
Britta braces herself.
Do you know that you hate yourself more than you should, and that your passion inspired me?
Everyone is surprised by the tone shift.
No?
That's true. She didn't know.
To Miss Perry, I leave my iPod Nano filled with music to take life less seriously by.
The assistant places an iPod Nano in front of Britta.
Oh, that's nice.
I also leave you this liquid nitrogen cooled cylinder of my hyper vertal sperm in case your lesbian lifestyle one day wears out and you wish to raise an army of geniuses.
The assistant places a silver, futuristic-looking cylinder, smoky with dry ice, on the table in front of her. She stares at the cylinder, stunned and disgusted.
Shirley,
Hmm?
did you know that you are not only a credit to your race and gender, but to our species, and that I was intimidated by your strength of character and business acumen?
Yes.
To Shirley Bennett, I leave my spacious timeshare in Florida,
Oh.
where she can take what's his name and however many children she has now.
Uh-huh.
I also leave you a cylinder of my sperm.
The assistant places a cylinder in front of Shirley.
Oh.
Annie Edison,
Annie looks up in anticipation.
did you know that you were always my favorite?
You mentioned it once, but
I leave you this tiara, which you once refused to accept. It's the same tiara I used to wear when my mother would verbally assault me for not being a little girl. Also, sperm.
The assistant gives her a sperm cylinder.
Jeff Winger, did you know you're gay?
No.
Agree to disagree. To you, I leave this bottle of fine scotch so that you're less tempted to drink the cylinder of even finer sperm.
A box of fine scotch and sperm cylinder are placed in front of Jeff.
Abed Nadir, did you know that you are insane and nothing that you said ever made any sense to me?
Yep.
Here's your sperm.
Sperm is placed in front of Abed.
Troy Barnes, did you know you possess the greatest gift that life can give? The heart of a hero. And that is up to you, not to waste it like I did.
I think?
To Troy, I leave the obligatory sperm.
A sperm cylinder is placed in front of Troy.
Maybe it's because everyone else got one, and because it's an old man's semen, but I'm kind of disappointed.
The group nods.
In addition, I am prepared to leave Troy Barnes my remaining shares in the Hawthorne Wipes Company, currently valued at $14.3 million.
Everyone gasps in awe. Troy is expressionless.
On one condition, you must first sail my boat to the Childish Tycoon by yourself around the world.
What?
Again with a bait and switch.
When I was 23, my father asked me to do the same thing to earn my adulthood and his fortune. Of course, I cheated and floated off the coast of Belize for a year doing coke with John Denver. I always regretted it, and I like to give you a choice to do what I never did, become your own man.
Okay. I'm a lawyer, Troy. It should be possible to contest these conditions as unreasonable.
I'll do it.
And Pierce can take his mind games and his sperm, and he can shove them
I'll
right
do
up
it.
his. What?
Everyone stares in shocked silence.
Troy?
Pierce was a crazy old coon, yeah, but I think he knew something about me that even I didn't know till now. Because he's offering me something I've been searching for my whole life.
The group listens closely to Troy's every word.
Millions of dollars. And being a man or whatever he said.
Jeff, say something.
I'm speechless.
Everyone just stares at each other, incredulous.
Somebody say something. Abed?
Abed stares at a point in the distance without really seeing anything.
Cool. Cool.
That's a lie. End of Act 3. End tag. Interior, bar, night. The gang is at a bar with Mr. Stone, who is in the middle of downing a huge stein of beer all at once. Stone is way more drunk than everyone else.
And then that sperm came down. I mean, I couldn't say anything, but oh my God, I was gonna explode. And then that one, that last question with all of the nice stuff out on the table, and you guys were having the discussion about whether or not to quit. At first, I was like, but you did it. You did it. You were amazing. You guys did it. You're amazing, man. You're amazing. Guys, this is the best. We should do this every week. Oh, I'm a fun guy. You know, I mean, I talked to you about lying. I was lying the whole time. This is who I really am. This is me. This is the real me. I'm artistic. Ideas come to me all the time. I have this idea for a movie. It's about a guy who oversees polygraph tests. And the biggest obstacle is how good looking he is. People can't focus and tell the truth. It's unbelievable.
By the way, we never found out how Pierce died.
Oh my God, I can't believe I didn't tell you that yet. It was dehydration from filling up all those cylinders. I mean, it's how I want to go. But hey, I'm a little nutty.
He downs another swig of beer.
Hey, are you guys thinking what I'm thinking? Shots!
And Finn. Yay!
Nice.
Easy.
Nice.
That was fun.
Great job, you guys.
That was really
Day
good.
two,
Everyone did
there's
a great job.
another read
Bravo,
in
everyone.
half an hour.
Yeah,
Yep.
Rita,
You'll
who's
get
going to be
to hear-
participating in that one?
You'll get to hear me.
I
It's
will
in the
be
pins.
Britta.
Oh, I'm
Nice.
just Kevin in that one, so I got a minute.